Late at night, when the world is silent and the shadows stretch long across your doorstep, they come. Not with malice in their step, nor anger in their hearts, but with an emptiness so chilling it grips your soul. These are the black-eyed children, a mystery as old as fear itself. Our story begins with a man named Eric, a skeptic by nature, living on the outskirts of a quiet town. One rainy night he was home alone, scrolling aimlessly through his phone. The sound of rain tapping against the window was interrupted by a faint knock at the door. He paused. The clock read 11:37 p.m., too late for visitors. Cautiously, Eric got up, his bare feet sinking into the carpet as he approached the door. Through the peephole he saw nothing but the shadow of his porch light swaying in the storm. Against his better judgment, he cracked the door open. Standing there, drenched in rain, were two children, a boy and a girl. They couldn't have been older than 9 or 10, their faces pale and their clothes strangely old-fashioned. Something about their presence felt wrong. Eric's stomach tightened, his instincts screaming at him to close the door, but their faces held no malice, only an unsettling blankness. That's when he noticed their eyes, completely black. No whites, no iris, just endless voids. Boy, we're cold, please let us in. Eric froze. The words stuck in his throat. His heart pounded against his ribcage and he stammered, maybe I can call someone for you? But the children didn't move. They only stared, unblinking. Boy, you have to let us in. We can't come in unless you invite us. Eric's mind raced. There was no way he was letting them inside. He tried to close the door, but the boy's hand shot out, stopping it with unnatural strength. Let us in, the boy hissed, his voice deeper now, almost guttural. The air in the house grew colder. The lights flickered and the storm outside seemed to grow louder, as if nature itself recoiled from these children. Eric slammed the door shut with all his might and locked it, his hands trembling. He leaned against the door, his chest heaving, but the knocking didn't stop. It grew louder, more frantic. He grabbed his phone and dialed 911, but the line was dead. The lights in his house flickered one last time before plunging him into total darkness. Only the sound of the relentless knocking and the boy's voice calling out could be heard.
You can't hide from us. We'll be here, waiting.
Summoning his courage, Eric peeked out through the blinds. The children were no longer on the porch. Instead, they stood at the edge of his yard, their black eyes glowing faintly in the rain. They were waiting, their faces tilted up toward his window, as if they could see him in the darkness. Somehow, the night passed, though Eric barely slept. When the first rays of dawn broke through the clouds, he mustered the courage to look outside again. The yard was empty. No sign of the children, no footprints in the mud. It was as if they had never been there. Sound effects, soft morning birds chirping, eerie music fades in. But Eric knew better. They had been there, and he wasn't their first. Nor would he be their last. He would later find out that many had seen them, on highways, at gas stations, or even knocking on car windows in the dead of night. The stories were all the same. Pale children with lifeless black eyes asking for permission to come inside. So the next time you hear an unexpected knock at your door late at night, think twice before you answer. Because the black-eyed children are out there waiting for someone foolish enough to let them in. Sound effect ominous knocking fades out. Will you be next? End screen subscribe button plus spooky background music playing. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. But maybe keep your doors locked tonight.